Welcome everyone to a very special edition of Plain Speak. We're joining you from Chennai. A lot has been discussed about Tamil Nadu politics recently, especially with the elections coming up. But the debate has also been dominated by the tragedy that has taken place in Karur, claiming 41 lives. Will political equations change because of that ahead of elections? That and more we'll discuss with our guest joining us today. I'm Shivani Gupta and I'm joined by Narayan Tirupati of the Tamil Nadu BJP, Dr. Syed Hafiz from the DMK, Muralidharan Sivalangam, political analyst supporting the TVK is also with us, and Suman C. Raman, political analyst, knows a thing or two about Tamil Nadu politics, is also with us. Let me begin with Dr. Syed Hafiz, because a lot of the blame for what has transpired in Karur has come on the DMK government. Even the court has said that prima facie it seems to be the fault of the police and the mismanagement of the police. Do you see this hurting your government ahead of elections?
A small correction, the court did not say prima facie there is a problem with the police or the government. It says that the press meet could possibly look like the top officials are going to defend it. So, as of today we are speaking, there is no adverse comments about the government or government functioning as far as the Supreme Court judgment is concerned. That is a fact. See, regarding the press meet which the Supreme Court has questioned, it is duty of the administration of the day to stop any mischievous rumors that are being spread with ulterior motive to worsen the law and order situation in the state. It is in this concept and it is this routine protocol where in the past, irrespective of the government in Tamil Nadu or elsewhere in the country, there had been administration and officers coming and giving clarity to the people of the state to avoid any further mischievous attempts to create a law and order situation. That is the only thing that the government and the administration did, which the Supreme Court sees as an adverse. And second of it, it's just an interim order that has transferred the case to the CBI.
No, but they have talked about the fact that, you know, things were not on right on ground, that the police couldn't handle the situation.
No. It clearly said this, the prayer were only for two things. One, transfer of the CBI, and second, a Supreme Court monitored judge. There is no prima facie evidence that the police had failed to do its duty. Neither there is a prima facie evidence that SIT is functioning in a way that is going to defend the government. That is nowhere seen. It just said, just because the petitioners feel that there's not going to be a neutral investigation, hence we think that we should transfer the case to the CBI. Now, there is a submission even before the verdict was pronounced. There is an interim order. In that, we have given clarification. In 8 weeks, the complete side of the Tamil Nadu government will be told in the court and appropriate orders will be sought.
Okay.
Now, there were very serious rumors of people telling how can within 4 hours 40 postmortems could be done. That is a very serious charge. You know, people who understand triage system, people who know, in Gujarat, the Gujarat government did a fabulous job of doing 270 plus postmortems in 13 hours. We didn't question it. That is how triage system works. So, people questioning a usual process is being taken serious by the court.
You're talking about the DNA matching that happened after the recent airplane
DNA
crash.
matching. See, I am a medical doctor. I know how autopsy works.
Yeah.
There is one part. There is going to be a autopsy where the body is dissected and the cause of death is found.
Yes.
Now, DNA matching will take weeks.
Yes.
But postmortem is done within 13 hours as per the Gujarat government authorities. 270 plus autopsies in 13 hours, Gujarat government could do. But you're questioning...
Most of those bodies were charred beyond
you
recognition.
Don't have...
Those are not the kind of autopsies that we're talking about as far as this case is concerned. Let's be fair.
Have you seen an autopsy? How do you say that autopsy of that is different with this? In a triage, in a system, so it's not surgery. Autopsy is not a delicate procedure like a surgery.
Okay.
If a good 40 minutes is enough to complete an autopsy, and there is a documentary evidence. Without CCTV, you can't do an autopsy. There is evidence. Just because merely you suspect that there is a foul play, the court has taken a view that there is a foul play.
On the issue of foul play or on the suspicion that there will not be a neutral inquiry, I want to ask Mr. Muralidharan this, because he supports the TVK view. Is that where is that fear coming from? Why does the TVK, Vijay-led TVK feel that they will not get justice in this case, or they will get blamed from there? Is it because of also an internal guilt that maybe TVK is also responsible for what happened on ground?
Yes, I think TVK, they understand the situation. Yes, they also, they are also responsible to a certain extent. Probably the organizers were not equipped, or they didn't have the experience to see something of this, and which led to the disaster. Having said that, currently the ruling dispensation is not TVK, it's DMK, and it's their responsibility to ensure safety of the people. They can't wash their hands away and saying that, they asked for 10,000 and we gave for 10,000 and 15,000 landed up 20,000. You should have been prepared. Because simple arithmetic, I'll tell you, when people travel to such an event, they go through the checkposts, highways. Every highway, normally the intelligence have their people to say,
yes,
what's the kind of crowd coming in? What's the kind of precautions you should take? And what is that you should stop before such an event takes place? And that's a total intelligence failure. And we're not seeing this for the first time. I'll tell you about, there was a Marina Air Show where 5 people died. Okay, the intelligence officer was sitting next to the CM and watching the show. He should have been in the field, one. Then let's talk about Kallakurchi. 50 people died of illicit liquor. Illicit liquor thrives without the knowledge of the police or the ruling dispensation. No. But did we learn? No, we did not. That's the issue. So TVK was probably, they didn't speak about it because they were shocked. Vijay could not even come out, probably. That's guilt, right? Okay, some 41 people, and if it's your own cadre, it's not the enemy. And dying, it's your own people, and probably it shocked him. So that's, I think, he holds morals at stake.
I want to understand the political implications of the Karur tragedy, given the elections are coming up. Yes, Hafiz, you want to come in very quickly? Yeah. I'll allow 30 seconds and then we'll move forward.
See, the Kallakurchi tragedy was a different story. And it was not because of Stampede that the people died in Marina. It was because of the humidity and the heat stroke. These two are totally different things. You cannot relate one thing with the other thing.
No, but you didn't answer my question that I was getting at. Do you feel there would be an adverse impact on the reputation of your government?
No, see, people of Tamil Nadu have understood that the Tamil Nadu government has done the best even before the event, during the event, or after the event, where the chief minister, the entire administration was sensitive. There were allegations of, why did you do that autopsy so quickly? That's a very serious allegation. People who understand, you don't have anywhere in India, I don't think you have a mortuary which can hold 40 bodies. You have to do something before the decomposition starts. That is a basic dignity that the bodies, the people who have died, they need it. The families, they need that dignity. You can't just make the bodies lie together. Then they'll say it was a Sunday next day. Why did you do it on a Sunday? Why usually autopsies happen on Monday? No, the administration, right from the chief minister going to Karur at midnight, doing the necessity things, that is the sensitivity that we showed towards the incident.
So
to the people. The people are very much aware of how sincere this government was during the event and even after the event.
Okay, Narayan Tirupati, what do you think? Where does the blame lie? Because in any such tragedy, we have to be able to, appropriate accountability as well. It's not about blaming someone, but there has to be accountability.
See, first of all, I should like to say, this is a public meeting. Okay, so we have to take permission from the police, from the local administration. Why? Because we are conducting a meeting at a public place where public will come. It is not the cadres of a political party. It is a public meeting, means public place, public gathering. So it is the responsibility, sole responsibility of the police, the local administration, to give security, to give protection to the people. If they fail, yes, it is fully responsible is the state government or the police. So in that way, definitely the police in Karur district, the SP was not there, the collector was not there. When a huge crowd is there, and we have seen how Vijay brings more people. So these things, the police should have definitely, it is a great intelligence failure also, because they say so many reasons that
but they
from
should have known about it.
No, they say from Namakkal people rallied behind Vijay, but who allowed it? Why not? Where were the police? Then for that, what they say, DMK people, they were saying, no, if we don't give, then they will go to court. Let them go to court. What is your problem? You should have done your duty. You did not. And he said that the chief minister was very sensitive. Why was he not sensitive in Kallakurchi issue? Why did he not go? 68 lives, not 1 or 2. It is straight away, it is a very big maladministration of the state government. illicit liquor. Where has he gone that day? He has not gone there. See, leave
So
that.
they have gone here
No,
because
you-
they thought
no, you
it was
leave that.
politically sensitive.
No, Shivani, you leave that also. I will also, you come back to Chennai. He left Chennai in the midnight. Hats off to him, I congratulate him. But within 4 days, there was a tragedy in Ennur thermal plant. 9 people died. Assam people, they died. Just 10 minutes he could have reached the Stanley Medical Hospital where their bodies were. Why has he not gone?
Why do
For
you think
votes?
he has not
Votes? They are not going to vote you here. But Karur people will vote. For want of votes, you do this. Who is politicizing this? This is what our question is.
Sir, did the BJP leaders go to the thermal accident, sir?
I am talking about
No, sir. No,
the
no.
Chief Minister.
No,
Please
sir.
understand.
No. Your guys
I-
went to.
I
See,
am-
this is what politics
it is
is.
your
You
duty.
can't do politics on
My
dead
dear
bodies, sir. This
Hafiz,
is dangerous.
Hafiz,
With
no,
due
it is not
respect, sir.
dangerous.
This is what I want to expose.
I told
From
you,
day one,
Mr.
you are
Hafiz,
doing politics on
Mr.
dead
Hafiz,
bodies.
Let's
This
do
is
it
really
one by
wrong.
one.
This is
Let's do
really
it one
wrong.
by one.
Mr.
The
Hafiz,
genuine
see,
question that
I
arises.
have told very clearly. I congratulate Mr. Stalin.
They
for
showed
going
alacrity in going and
at
taking
1
care of the
o'clock.
situation. Yes, absolutely.
But that is what I am asking. After that it happened. Why have you not gone?
So the same
As a
question.
chief, I am not talking about a political party. If I had
if
been
it
the
is for
chief
votes,
minister, if my
if-
party person has been the chief minister,
it-
definitely they would have gone.
No,
I
sir.
am telling you.
Okay, no, this question needs to be maybe analyzed by the political
No, the
analyst.
surprising part is if it is for the votes, then why did you go to Karur? Almost all the leaders went there. You should show solidarity with them also.
Okay,
Show your
so-
responsibility with them.
so-
No.
One second,
Who?
one
Tell me.
second.
Tell me who
DMK
went. Tell me who went.
I had given.
Narayan sir, one second.
Given
DMK
a
is
press meet, but
suggesting
you
that
haven't gone.
everybody is playing politics on this because elections are approaching and everybody feels they can get some mileage out of it. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, and I think what has actually happened is it's a in my assessment, it's a ghastly accident. It's a tragic accident. But unfortunately, I think the ruling party felt that they could get political mileage out of it, and their over enthusiasm has probably backfired big time.
It has caught
And
them.
yeah, that I think is really what has actually happened. You know, ministers rushing in within minutes, being diverted from everywhere. Chief Minister going at 1 o'clock, the Deputy Chief Minister flying back from Dubai and then going straight to Karur and then going back again. So all of this raised a lot of questions. I mean, what is this? I mean, we've seen such disasters happen, most notably the Kallakurchi illicit liquor one, where the reaction was hardly this, this agile. So then, what is going on here? So I think that is where it started, and then this whole matter of going to court. When the matter is already there in Madurai, then something is filed in Chennai. They get an order appointing an SIT. That is where the Supreme Court has really come down heavily, saying that, how come when the prayer itself was only for standard operating procedures, how did the order have a SIT being constituted? But having said that, I think 2-3 things. The press conference which he spoke about. See, the press conference was not the problem if they had restricted themselves to Karur. If you go into the press conference actually they played a video with background music which started with Vijay's meeting at Namakkal, which had nothing to do with Karur. Basically, after that, the ADG read out a list of number of people injured in Vijay's rallies earlier. All of this was to say this man is irresponsible, he's messed it up, and that had nothing to do with Karur. Had they just said, look, these are the rumors which have come out, it is our duty to clarify the rumors, there wouldn't have been a problem. So I think that what has happened, and finally opposing a probe, why would you? I mean, nobody is actually accusing this to except completely wacky one extreme group. They are not accusing the DMK of having caused this. Those are all conspiracy theories. I don't subscribe to them. But when the charge came, look, we've got nothing to do with this. Let the CBI inquire. Let there be a court appointed
So,
committee.
do you see this hurting the DMK or Vijay more?
See, what has happened is it's going to hurt both. There's no doubt it's going to hurt both. The reason why it will probably hurt the DMK more is it may push Vijay into the NDA. If it pushes Vijay into the NDA, then it's a complete turnaround on the election side. Right now, the DMK sits pretty simply because the opposition vote is split. Once they all get together, then it's going to be
Then it's a
extremely...
different ballgame.
It changes the game completely.
How will Vijay explain to his cadre the fact that he had opposed the NDA equally as much as the DMK? Can things change around so quickly? Will the cadre be amiable to something like this?
Why not? DMK was in alliance with BJP once upon a time. Why not? This is politics. There are no...
So quickly it can change?
It can change. Why not? If it's for the good for the people, okay. If as we see right now, DMK has paid politics on dead bodies, the whole narrative will change.
And he can't go with this, I am the chief ministerial candidate anymore. I don't think. I mean, there's been a tremendous display of
You think
lack
that
of
ship
leadership.
has sailed?
That is for 2026, that ship has sailed. There's no way he can go now, next week or 2 weeks later, or whenever he restarts his campaign, go and say, I am the chief ministerial candidate, we will have alliance with only parties which accept my leadership. I think that is over.
Because his image of
Has
whether
been
he can
hammered.
handle
He's
state
not gone
machinery
yet.
and governance.
He is not gone yet to see the families.
Yes.
Shivani, I
but
think
is
that's
that his
very
blame
critical.
or the police's
No,
blame
the
for
police
not
have
giving him
clarified. To
permission?
be fair to them, to be fair to the state government, they have clarified nobody has prevented him from going.
But he cannot go without an explicit yes from the police, isn't it?
Has he
So
applied
are you
for
holding
it?
him from
He's
going
not
there?
applied for it.
There's only one news that he has applied to the DGP office, where the DGP office has directed him to submit a petition in the Karur SP office to seek permission. It stands there. There is no clarity beyond that if the TVK has applied to the Karur SP office or not. This is where things stand. So we are not obstructing anybody from visiting. There are very many opposition leaders who have visited from the BJP, from the other political parties. They have done their job. So we have
Because
not
again,
But they have denied meeting the BJP delegation, member of parliaments.
No,
the
that
local
I'll tell you.
administration.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
denied. They said they will not meet.
I
First
will tell
they
you.
committed. See, he can't say no. Why should BJP? Then why did they commit first?
I will
And
tell you.
immediately after half an hour, they said we will not meet you.
okay.
That is it.
No, so you are also worried. You are also trying to ensure that Vijay is not able to, show his responsiveness to this tragedy by going there. That
No.
suspicion also arises.
No. If that is the case, it is for the Vijay to come out and open and say we have blocked him at this place. No. It is his party. The news have come from the DGP office saying that he was asked to submit his representation in the Karur SP office. That has come in the media. National media has carried that news. Then what happens? Has he submitted in the Karur SP office? That explanation has to come from
No,
the
it's so
TVK.
mysterious that we're
Yes.
even talking about whether he has submitted or not.
Wait,
You
no,
want
no,
to...
I'll tell you. If that is the case, the SP would have given a clarification. No, there is also a rumor saying he has asked for some green corridor, etc., which I am not a party to, because I am representing a party. I am not a part of the government to give a clarity on this. All these speculations are going. The fact is, if he applies in a transparent way, the administration will look into and give him the appropriate space needed, because we are not scared of Vijay. We are not scared of Vijay going into the NDA fold. Let it be another 10 more parties. We are not fighting on the weakness of the opposition. We are fighting on our strength of the administration that we did for 4.5 years, the social justice measures, the social welfare measures that this government has taken over last 4.5 years, the economic growth as said by the union government, that 11.2% of growth, the leading in the country. You cannot deny, because BJP say it is somebody else.
Throughout the economy is growing.
Throughout
And
the economy is growing, we are the best.
Tamil Nadu is not growing as it was growing.
No,
Uttar
sir, how
Pradesh
will
is,
it, sir?
Uttar Pradesh is growing very fast.
Sir,
All
sir,
states are coming
sir,
behind
let me
you
complete.
very fast.
Let me
it
complete,
was 10
sir. Let me
kilometers
complete,
before.
sir.
Now it is not even 0.5 kilometers. Please understand.
11.3% is your own data. Is the leading in the country is your own data. Now you have a different view to the data given by your okay, we could have been 25, we could have been 30. It's all speculations.
Okay.
You
No,
can
I
speculate.
want
I'm
to-
talking about the present data.
I want to focus on this whole Vijay issue. Muralidharan ji, I want to understand from you, what is holding Vijay back? If the DMK is suggesting that, you are not even wanting to go there in a transparent manner, if I take his assertion, what is holding Vijay back? I mean, you cannot take so much time to release a video for your first statement addressing the tragedy. You cannot take so much time to do a video call with the families that happened, 2 weeks later, and then you haven't even visited them. This doesn't look good if you want to be in politics. It's as simple as that.
True, Shivani. I accept that. But the fear, I think, Vijay has and his top team has is, DMK is not scared, but Vijay is scared because Did we see any of the administrators getting suspended in Karur before the investigation? Did the SP get suspended? This is a public safety issue. Did the collector get pulled down? No, nothing happened. So who gives him the guarantee that nothing will happen to Vijay if he goes to Karur? Who will give him the guarantee? Will the chief minister give him the guarantee, saying that don't worry, you go, we will take care of everything?
He's saying you haven't even applied to the Karur SP.
It is done. It's done already.
Karur SP no.
Karur SP no, but they've sent it to the DGP.
Direction you have to follow.
But why can't the ADGP approve it? That just means you're playing bureaucracy and you could have just said, yes, we are approving it, we are giving instructions to the Karur SP to facilitate your visit.
The instruction should come from the ground. Only the SP will know what is the protocol.
ADGP should be able
Shivani, we don't have a DGP. We have a temporary DGP. The DGP to be appointed 3 months in advance, they should have recommended and got their sanction. That's the current state of Tamil Nadu. The police is in shambles, police force. It comes directly under the chief minister. Half the things which happens in the police force, he doesn't know. We lost a Dalit boy called Kavin. Okay, the instructions came from the secretariat. You know, he was maligned, saying that he stole some jewels on somebody's request, and they picked him up, and it was a custodial death. How many custodial deaths should we call about?
We discussed one very recently.
We spoke about, remember, we spoke about Benix and Jairaj. The Tamil media spoke about it for 1 month or 2 months continuously. Every debate was about that. But anything untowards happens in the DMK government, nobody speaks about it.
Okay, Hafiz.
Even yesterday, Supreme Court verdict, nobody talks about it.
Hafiz, and then I'll come.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, this is your own Tamil channel is also here, so they have covered the story. No, if you're not competent enough, don't blame it on the media, sir. At least we don't do this. No. I'm telling you now. Second of it, he said Phoenix Jairaj and this case you cannot compare, because for Phoenix Jairaj it took 13 days for the chief minister to acknowledge it and file an FIR. So please, you cannot give random examples and correlate. So this is totally absurd. You're accusing the media. If you had done the FIR on the second day, like how we did in Kavin case, there was no need for a discussion for a month. You delayed 13 days. Your chief minister comes and defends in the assembly saying it's not a custodial death. They died of heart attack. How can you compare both of this?
Will the situation actually come to that? Will there be that very large anti-government, anti-DMK sentiment? We don't quite know, because there is still time to go and stranger things have happened in politics. But certainly very interesting times in Tamil Nadu politics. Nobody could have thought we could be sitting here and discussing Vijay joining the NDA despite all the rumors and all the murmurs. But now it may become a distinct possibility. I'll have to leave it at that. A big thanks to our guests for joining us for this very special edition of Plain Speak from Chennai. Thanks a lot for watching. More is coming up.